All right, so let's talk about the reformer, okay? This reformer here has an extra board on it called the mat converter. Okay, so that's extra. If you ordered a reformer for your house, it's gonna look like this reformer over here, okay? And this platform is called the Carriage, okay? So you can sit down on the Carriage and you can lie down on the Carriage, like so. You could kneel on the Carriage, okay, like this, or you could actually stand up. So there's an extra board here. You could actually stand up and then do what we call side splits. So many different variations of reformer. So I'm just going to show you how to take it apart here. This is a Stott Pilates reformer. If you get a balanced body reformer, no worries. You might not have this type of board. Your reformer might be gray instead of black. But anyway, this board, be careful because it is a little bit heavy. See how it comes out? So it's basically the size of a yoga mat. All right, it's pretty heavy. So I always joke around like my workout is actually moving the boards back and forth. Anyway, this is the moving platform called the Carriage. So again, whether you're lying down, kneeling, sitting up straight, or standing on the Carriage, it's a moving platform. So you're building core strength with every single exercise you're doing because your core muscles are inside your body and they're going like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? The body's moving. And so they're stabilizing, stabilizing, stabilizing the entire time. Now, if you breathe, okay, you're going to not only get that mind-body component of working on the reformer and relax the mind, but you're also going to build core strength that much more effectively, all right? But even if like you're new to reformer and you're just trying to get the moves down, like I always say, like get the move down, then add the breath, right? Like you're getting the exercise move down, then adding, you know, finesse or like the technique, okay? So these springs all have different tensions, and every single time you do your leg strength, it's heavy spring, all right? And then when you want to stretch your legs, you go down to medium springs, and when you do lighter spring, you might do upper body or balancing, okay? I used to have a client that would say to me, oh no, Moira. I'd be like, okay, let's go to one red spring. And she'd be like, ruh-roh, like now I know that we're gonna do balancing and a lot of flexibility, mobility moves toward the end. So typically what I do in my studio is I always do the core strengthening at the beginning, just to kind of get that out of the way, check in the box. Because that way, when you're doing your leg work, okay, maybe your mind's on your grocery list, your job, your responsibilities, your life, and you're not breathing with every single exercise. So I always say, well, if your core is tight to begin with, right, it's going to respond more efficiently and accurately when you move on the machine, okay? Nice. So how am I going to keep my body still while I use my leg strength? So what happens is this bar comes up, okay? This is called the foot bar. And then when you put your feet on in different positions on the foot bar and you press the Carriage away, you are working different muscles in the legs automatically. Okay, so I'm gonna say that again because I think it is like amazing. Who created this crazy invention? When you move your feet in different positions on the foot bar, okay, and you press the Carriage back and forth, neutral spine, don't have to squeeze your stomach in, you can breathe, right? To like relax into the exercising, but you automatically work different muscles in the legs. Isn't that crazy? It's so crazy cool. It really, really is. Reformer is the creme de la creme of workouts. But what I want to show you today specifically is for knee pain, knee strengthening. So the leg work that we do on reformer is the #1 thing that you can do for knee pain, okay? And the reason is when you lie down on the Carriage, like so, and your shoulders, my shoulders are going against the shoulder rest, okay? I'm gonna change the angle a little bit so you can see. All right, good. So these little bump outs, right? These are called shoulder rests. So your shoulders are sort of resting. I mean, it's not really a rest. It's really more like a push. So it's a pressing. You have to kind of get used to that when you first start working on a reformer. But if we didn't have this, right, as leverage, your body would like go flying off the carriage. All right. So I'm going to start off with my feet in the bar and I'm heels together, toes apart. Now that means if your feet are in a V, then your knees are in a diamond. Okay. Can you see my arms? That's how my legs are on the reformer. My feet are in a V. Now I'm going to press away from the balls of my feet. And as I push the carriage away, I'm always neutral spine. Okay, so you're just the natural curve of your lower back. And then your arms can stay long, palms down. You can bring your arms open in an A, in like the anatomical position. Or you could actually, on stop Pilates reformers, and I guess balanced body too, you can hold on to this little peg that holds the straps. So when I press the carriage away, I'm pushing this platform away against the spring tension, okay? And then I'm gonna fold at my hips, bend the knees, right? That diamond shape, and I'm gonna bring it back in. So it's press away and inhale. Now you're exhaling, push away, and you're breathing in, bringing it back. You could go feet together, wrapped toes, press away, and bring it in, push away, and bring it back. Now, the goal, okay, is that when you do your leg work, it's an even tempo, pushing the carriage out as bringing the carriage back in. So that's really important. And that's where you start to feel like the control of it. Like even though you're pushing away on this platform, the carriage, you're in control of the situation, all right? So it makes you feel good. Pilates was originally called Control-ʍ. I don't know if you knew that. And it was originally created by a guy who was named Pilates. His name was Joseph Pilates, all right? He was brilliant. And he created Pilates during the last pandemic in the early 1900s, 100 years ago. Can you believe it? It's true. So, specifically for knee strength, say I'm going to do my feet hip distance, and I'm going to do balls of the feet on the bar, curl the toes. So that's wrapped toes in second position. And I'm pressing the carriage away, strengthening my feet, out and in, out and in. Now I could go to arches of the feet hip distance, pressing the carriage away at the same tempo, okay? And the tempo should be, it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Try to keep your feet in the same position, hip distance here. And now, just as a finale with this quick video, I'm gonna go heels, hip distance. Here I am at my typical squat, right? Because when you do leg work on reformer, which is also called footwork, because again, moving your feet in different positions on the foot bar, pressing the carriage back and forth automatically works different muscles in the legs, right? That was like our aha moment, like, oh my God, this is amazing. So fun, so easy. But you're neutral spine the entire time, which is awesome. Because when you go to the gym and you're standing up doing a squat, a lot of times you're not neutral spine, you're not drawing the abdominals in, you're not breathing, right? So like you're in perfect form all the time doing your squats. And that, in a nutshell, is why leg work, AKA footwork on reformer, is the #1 thing you can do for your knees, okay? So here I am, I'll just finish it up with 5, heels on the bar, hip distance, press away, bringing it in. 4, inhale, bring it back, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 2, and last one. Now, of course, I forgot to tell you this one thing, really important. Of course, meaning sometimes when you're in camera, you forget, okay? You get a little nervous, but even though this is something I do every day of the week and I love it and I believe in it and I'm obsessed with it, and I know it's great for almost everybody in America or in the world, sometimes you forget things. So when you press the carriage back and forth, you really want to resist the urge of locking the knee, okay? Because if you lock that knee, all that spring tension goes around the knee joint. And you don't want that, right? You're strengthening the muscles to support the joints. You're doing reformer because it will reform you. You're doing reformer because you want to do an exercise that's fun, that's intelligent, that's safe for the body, and kind to your soul. I really mean that. That just kind of flew out of my mouth, but like, it is so true. I swear to God, it is the best. So when you press the carriage away, again, heels on the bar, hip distance. I'm at a typical squat. I am neutral spine. I'm going to push it away. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Even tempo, pressing it away and bringing it back. And I'm going to not lock the knee. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. Shh. Same speed. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Now, this is just a little quick demo of the leg work. Typically in every workout I do, we would probably do, like, I would say 10, maybe 15 minutes of leg work, depending on the group, depending on the audience. Like, I'm always like reading an audience to see exactly what they want to get. And there's other exercises you can do on here, something called heels on the edges, which is called laterally rotated. Medially rotated, so toes open, toes in, really good for your hips. Because again, when I used to teach bar classes, that was called Elvis, where you're like standing up doing a squat like this, and you're going back and forth. So really tough on the knees, right? Because you're putting pressure on the feet, and you're going with gravity. So, you know, again, reformer, lying down, you're basically fighting gravity because you're doing these wonderful squats lying down neutral spine with a nice rhythm, with breathing, slow and controlled, and just, it's super relaxing. Last but not least, there is something called high half toe, which I'll show you quickly. And that is your feet are together, you're pressing the toes as if you were to see your pedicure, and you press it away, and you could do something called running. So again, my knees are not locked here, okay? So running is when you alternate the heels under the bar like this. Yeah. And I always recommend that we do like 30 to 40 repetitions of running. You could also do something called lower and lift. So you're lowering both heels under the bar like so. So again, don't be scared if you're seeing me do that 30 to 40 repetitions. You actually sort of ramp up when you do reformer training. And one of the programs I'm developing this month is called Reform School, and it's actually, you know, just a continuation of teaching people who have these reformers at their homes how to use it, because you can do like 500 different exercises on this crazy machine, not even including the vertical frame behind me, which is extra. But you have to be trained to do it. You can't like just, I mean, you could watch videos like you're watching me right now, but it's really nice to get a coach to help you figure out how to use the machine. So I hope to see you soon. Please give this video a thumbs up, and let's stay in touch. Have a great day, and I hope your knees feel good today. Bye.